Before this episode of Two Bitches, One Brain Cell begins, I would like to thank Jonathan Matthews for the jingle you are about to hear. Thank you for listening and enjoy the episode.
Two Bitches, One Brain Cell is brought to you by Weasel News and Media.
Two bitches, one brain cell. Come listen to the stories that they tell, yeah. Amara and Sterling are gonna tell you all about the things you wanna hear, yeah. Two bitches, one brain cell. Come listen to the stories that they tell.
Hello and welcome back to Two Bitches, One Brain Cell. Amara fucked my dad, so that's new. And I'd like to welcome our new guest, Phaeoria. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm fantastic.
It's good to hear. It's good to see you.
I think Amara's dying.
Good. Very good.
Okay,
Oh.
Amara?
Yeah, no, okay, yeah. Hi, yeah. Thanks.
Yeah?
Really, that was great. Yeah, hi Faye. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you? Hopefully not
Good.
choking to death.
I wasn't, I wasn't expecting that out of her mouth, and I just yeah, we're fine. We're cool though. Yeah, so
Oh yeah, just peachy.
yeah, it's great. With obviously no issues here.
Yep, Mom.
Wait, which dad did she fuck?
Take a wild guess.
All of them.
No.
Oh.
Hold on. Hold on.
Did you just imply that my mother's a whore?
No. It's kind of just said out loud. It
She
wasn't
probably-
really
I
implied.
listen,
She
I
probably
wouldn't-
would have
I
taken it
wouldn't
as a
fuck
compliment.
Richard. I
Well,
wouldn't fuck Richard. All
It's
right,
a miracle.
that's already off
It's a
the
miracle
table.
anyone does.
Exactly.
Love you, Dad.
Exactly.
Love
Listen.
you, Dad.
Speaking
We didn't
of
mention
family,
BJ, but love you, Dad.
well, yeah, it's BJ. Hi, Dad. Speaking of family, Faye and I are also related, but she's not related to Amara, so that's how confusing the family tree is.
I think we could have an entire episode on the family tree at this point.
We should get the entire family in for that episode.
No, Lord.
Do you want us to have a 6-hour episode?
We could even bring in Jade's extended family.
It could
Oh
be
my
like it could be for charity.
We
6 hour.
could have 30
podcast.
people.
We need a 24-hour podcast-a-thon, and we just invite all of Sterling's family.
Yep.
Everyone gets a time slot.
Everyone gets an hour each.
And that's still, you know what? We could probably put it on for about a week.
I don't think I could talk for an hour, to be honest with you.
Well,
You'd be surprised.
you would be
Like
surprised.
solid.
Oh, well, no, you'd get breaks. You'd get, your moments of silence, and
That's
when
all.
you have to sit and think
That's
about
all
the
you get.
void for a while. Because it always comes back for you.
But yeah, why am I here again? Who are you people?
I don't know, leave.
Okay.
No.
No, wait,
That's not
already
how
gone.
this is supposed to go, guys.
I forgot. I
Um,
forgot. This is the tarot and horoscopes episode, isn't it?
Right. She
Oh,
brings
that's
the
right, that
tarot, I
thing
bring
I
the
do.
horoscope.
And I
Lady.
bring the traumatic family.
Honestly,
Wow,
it's the perfect
yeah.
symphony of entertainment, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's good. So, for those who don't know,
Is that all my suffering
obviously,
is?
you know me and Sterling, but Faye here is our resident horoscope lady at Weasel. We have mentioned her a time or two before, but she is now, I guess, technically our resident tarot lady as well as the horoscope lady. So
Yeah, you could say that, I suppose.
you're
I-
the Weasel tarot lady at least.
I have been called the Witch of Los Santos, just saying.
I
But
think that speaks for itself. I mean,
yeah, I don't know if the person who did it was reputable or not, but we'll see. But yes, I
are you
do.
sure it was witch and not anything else? Correct.
Oh shit. You might be right.
Yeah, sometimes it just my W's and my B's get mixed up all the time.
They look so
Yeah.
similar too.
They do. They do.
If you're fucking stupid.
Uh,
Uh, oh. Um,
they were genuinely being nice for a sec.
I know.
Me? Be nice? Fucking never.
Damn, you know what? I'm gonna have to fuck your dad harder. All right. Anyway, so Faye, we're gonna have you kind of a myth bust for us a little bit, I guess. If you would, we'd like you to explain
Yeah, let
the
me get my mustache
horoscopes
real
a little
quick.
bit.
I gotta put my mustache on. Really get my inner Jamie vibes here.
There you go. There you go.
All right,
Uh,
so yes, myth to be busted.
myth to be busted. So let's talk about the horoscopes here first. I think that's what everyone knows you for at Weasel. If you want to kind of walk us through how you got to doing that, what your process is for it, because I'm sure everyone wants to know how the fuck you decide whether or not my love life's gonna take a turn or not. So,
Yes. So it's not as much mumbo jumbo as a lot of people think it is. Like we don't just write things and say, "Oh, this sounds like a good horoscope." It's I initially started whenever I was in
Oh,
I think Sterling is getting a call. I heard her phone buzz.
which is weird
that's
because
why
my
my
phone's on
Um,
phone's
silent.
on silent. Crazy.
but God, I shouldn't have gotten a high before this. I'm losing my train of thought. Yes. So horoscopes come from basically reading stars. I started whenever I was like in high school, I think. Just
Mm-hmm.
kind of like because I was always really into like astronomy, but also I'm a very spiritual person, I guess you could say. So I started getting
Mm-hmm.
into astrology as well. And there's basically certain constellations during certain times of the year and at certain parts of the sky will denote different things. Usually due to stories of things like happening, while those stars were in a certain place in the sky, just over time people started to attribute different events to them.
Okay.
And so where horoscopes come into that is kind of based off of your horoscope and where it is in the sky. We will tell you what you might expect on a certain day due to its proximity to other celestial bodies. So if you imagine like your constellation as yourself, basically where you are in the sky can kind of tell you uh, how things are going to go for you for that given day.
So in layman's terms, it's like when I wake up after being blackout drunk with Sterling in a Denny's parking lot at 3 a.m., we can assume that if that happens again and it continues to happen, can we attribute that to something in the stars?
No, I think that's just alcoholism, sweetie.
Yeah, I think a little personal choice comes into that one.
No, not a
Oh,
little.
okay.
It's very much I'm just an alcoholic.
But a lot of people do believe that things like alcoholism and stuff can be attributed to your star sign.
No, mine
Really?
was attributed to
Mhm.
the abuse I received at the hand of my father.
I don't think we have a constellation for that, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I've never pulled up a tarot card that says you're gonna suffer abuse.
well, because if you did, CPS would be pissed.
Yeah, that's true, especially if I predicted it.
Exactly. So you can't predict everything.
Yeah,
Just
I
the just
that's
just the not important stuff.
yeah, I feel like a lot of that comes into tarot and horoscopes as well. It's
Yeah.
like sometimes our predictions won't be accurate. And a large part of it comes off of just things can be uncertain. Like the future is not always set in stone. Nobody can predict your exact future. We can
Right.
just
Well,
give
and
you just like a
sorry, go ahead.
general idea of what to expect.
Right. Well, and, I feel like once you go and you find out what your horoscope is for the day, or you go and get your tarot done, you are opening up that door of, well, now that I'm conscious of what's going to happen, am I consciously making it so it doesn't happen? Once you know what's going to happen, I mean, you can't. I don't know anybody who can resist fate, right? If you could find out stuff that you're going to know in the future that could benefit you, you're going to take advantage of that. So I also feel like once you've been made aware of the situation, you consciously make decisions because of that, even when you don't mean to. And I think that can throw off the accuracy of your reading and your horoscopes.
Part of like what you said about people making it a self-fulfilling prophecy. Um, it's kind of goes for generalized tarot too. If I say like, "Oh, you're going to have a great day," then you're probably going to be, you'd be pretty happy about that. So you will go off and have a great day just because your outlook has shifted.
It's the
Mm.
placebo effect. I mean, once you get told something, you're gonna believe it and you're gonna keep thinking it, and then it turns out it might not have been true, but in the end it still was because you made it true. It's one of those weird things, and I think that's why a lot of people get shit for it, because it's like, oh well, you didn't predict that would happen. I made it happen. Did you? Or did you only do it because I told you you were gonna have a good day and then you did? Like,
Yeah.
you know, um, I just find it so fascinating, and there is no exact right or wrong. Like you said, the future is always changing. So I don't know. It's definitely an interesting thing to think about.
Yeah, I feel like above everything, you take away what you bring to it. If you're completely skeptical the whole time, yeah, your stuff's probably not going to come true because you're either consciously or subconsciously going out of your way to like try and make sure it doesn't happen because you want to see the wrong in it.
Yeah.
And
Right.
that feels kind of like a scapegoat, but I feel like this opposite is true. Like if I do the opposite and tell you you're going to have a good day, then either subconsciously or consciously, you will probably have a good day just because I've said that. So it may not even be necessarily just telling the future so much as being a sort of spiritual guidance. You think your day's going to go good because I told you it would, so it's going to.
Oh yeah. It's what's funny about it all is I've seen on TikTok recently there are people that will go out and they'll say stuff like there was this one video of this girl and she was responding about another video she had seen. She goes, I don't remember who the girl is, but she started saying every day how lucky she is, how lucky the universe has made her, and all of these good things started happening to her all of the time. It's like the positive reinforcement sort of thing, like when they tell you, wake up every morning, look in the mirror and tell yourself you're beautiful, and eventually you'll believe it, you'll gain your confidence, you'll do that. I think it's the same thing. If you are just consistently bringing in the good, that's
Yeah.
all that's going to be there for you.
Yeah, I
So
feel like
when
it's definitely how it is.
Yeah, I feel like when you incorporate that in with readings and with anything like that, I don't know. I know like there's no everyone calls it a pseudoscience. There is a science behind it, but it's fake science or whatever. But I mean, if it makes you feel better at the end of the day, why does it matter?
Yeah, as long as you're not like, I wouldn't ever want anyone to take one of my readings and have an unhealthy obsession with it. Like, if I say something bad is going to happen or like something's going to change, I don't want you to worry every single second of every day about what's going to change.
Oh
You
yeah.
have to take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, it's not dictating out your entire life.
Yeah.
It's not, you
No one
know.
else decides your fate for you. Only you
Right.
can do that. Like, you're the master of your own destiny. I can just give you some little tips as to maybe how you should feel about your current situation.
Right. So then, all of that being said, what in your experience do you think has been, uh, I guess, some of the most negative comments or like misconceptions that you've gotten working in the horoscope tarot type? I don't want to say business, but in that field,
The
I feel
business.
like
the
yes,
business.
the fitness. I feel like the biggest one I get, that at least that is memorable, is people seem to think that like tarot is sorcery or like heavy witchcraft. Whenever that's like it's just a set of cards. I'm not. They think like I'm gonna curse them because they've done a tarot card reading with me. Whenever in reality, all I'm doing is taking a set of cards and telling you basically what the universe wants to tell you. Like it's not some magic. It's just at the end of the day, it's just, kind of your life.
Well, I mean, and also depending on how you do your readings and whatnot, like, do you have them select their own cards, or do you pick the cards for them, or how do you normally do that?
It will depend. For typical spreads, you will pick the cards yourself. The way I do it kind of has me giving like a 1 to 12 choice, and they just pick, and it will, give them a card for that.
Okay, but at the end of the day, they are the ones that are still like choosing their own cards. So
Yes.
they are choosing their own destiny. They are choosing their responses. They are choosing the answers from the universe. It's not even you. You're just the conduit to which the message comes out.
Yes. I mean, and even if you're ever doing like a physical tarot, like whenever you come and do an in-person one, we will physically pass the cards to you for you to select out the 3 or 5 or however many that you want for the reading. So you are physically, picking out the cards, you're putting your hands on them because it's your own energy that guides you. It's the universe telling you what you want to hear, so it needs your energy.
I like
So
that.
yeah, it's definitely never me picking for anyone else. Trying to think if there's any other misconceptions I get. I guess that it's always the biggest misconception is probably that it's always going to come true. And that's definitely not the case. Like I can make bad predictions, things can change in your life, the universe and the future are always changing and shifting. So not all of my cards will always be exactly spot on, but they can still give you some good advice for how your life is going to go.
Right. So you don't want, and this isn't like you going out and picking the winning lottery numbers for people, or like telling them which horse to bet on. It has nothing to do with actual like I
Yeah,
don't even know what to
yes.
call that. But
It's
it's not that. It's just
So it can't help me gamble then.
tarot is in essence like vague and general because it's how you're going to get the best readings because if I tell you something certain, it's almost certainly going to change once I tell you.
right.
But giving you like general guidance, general like perception of the future is more the game. Just so that because stuff changes, but the overall like how your life is going is probably not going to change.
See, like I think one of my favorite ways to reference it. Did you watch Avatar: The Last Airbender growing up?
Only like 16 times.
Okay. So there's an episode in there where they meet the tarot reader, and Katara just gets super obsessed with it, and like she's asking her, going to her 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day, like, what am I gonna eat for breakfast tomorrow? And like just asking her the most mundane like questions, and she's like, yeah, am I gonna eat this or I'm gonna eat this? And the lady picks the one that she doesn't like, and she goes, oh man, I didn't like that, but now I gotta eat it. And it's like, you don't want to be like it. Like it's not something you should be answering every single life's question with.
Yeah, we're not here to like I'm not here to control your life or tell you how every little thing should be done because
If you
I
want
don't agree
that,
with
get a
anyone that
Dami
would tell you
mommy.
that. Yes, exactly. I mean, I double as that, but um,
But not for tarot, not this
yeah,
way.
I'm not here to tell you exactly how to live your life. Like I don't want to make every small choice for you or even have you question like if you're doing the right thing all the time because it's life. Like you have to live it your own way. If you're coming for me to everything, then you might as well just be watching a movie through your own eyes.
And
Take
if
it
you want
like
that, you can pay for the Dami mommy services at that point.
yes. Take it almost
Hey yo.
like flipping a coin. Sometimes you will flip a coin, and even before it lands, you know what choice you want. So even though you're prepared to flip a coin for it, you're still disappointed whenever you get the other choice.
Right. And I find that so crazy too. You don't really know what you want until you have somebody else choose for you. And I think that's part of it because I hate making decisions. I'm really bad. I hate it. So I'll ask everybody, hey, should I do this or do that? Should I make this for dinner or grab this for dinner? What should I do? And when I get the answer and then they pick something and I'm like, oh, actually, that's not what I wanted. And then I do the other thing anyway.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's like the decision should always be yours at the end of the day.
I prefer to
Like
have
if
people
you
decide for me.
Well, yeah, if they tell you to do something, that's fine. But if you do it solely because they told you to, you know.
True.
Sterling, I think you like it in a different way.
Anyways,
What about you, Sterling? What do you
And
think about tarot as a whole? I want to hear your thoughts because we've never talked about it.
I'm very much out of my element right now. I think it's neat. You know, I don't really have a strong opinion either way.
Have
but
you ever
you've
worried
had your
about
tarot
me?
done.
Have I ever worried about what? And what was that,
Oh,
Amara?
have you ever worried about me cursing you in the middle of the night?
No, honestly, because I'm pretty sure I'm on your good side.
All right, fair. That's
That's
a
a
good
fair
answer.
answer. I was gonna say you've had your tarot and stuff done before, right?
Once by Phae, yeah.
Was it scary?
No,
Are
Did you
you
think you were
traumatized?
gonna? Yeah, did you think you were gonna die afterwards?
no. I think I'm gonna die, but for different reasons.
Oh Lord.
All right. Did the devil come out of the cards at you or
No, that was a different time.
Oh, someone else didn't have their phone on silent.
okay, listen, my phone was on silent and now I know what Sterling's talking about.
Oh, Sterling, why is your phone yet on silent? Fuck you.
I'm
Bet that
sorry.
wasn't in the cards, bitch. But no, the devil coming out of the cards was an entirely different thing.
Different
It's
how.
It wasn't related to tarot. It was an entirely separate scenario.
yeah, I rigged up like a firework in the card that blew up in her face.
Oh no, that wasn't with you either, Faye.
Oh, okay.
I do
Never
recall
mind.
that time though. I get up to my own little adventures.
I see that. I see that indeed.
I always wonder what it is you do every day when I'm not around.
I think everyone wonders what I do when people aren't around.
Yes.
Well, what do you do?
Well, that's for me to know and people to hopefully never find out.
Okay, fair enough.
That's why you won't give me keys.
You're not allowed in the house yet. It's not decorated.
Oh,
Well, it is decorated. It just needs a little more work.
that's fair.
I'm too busy gambling with phobia.
Gambling with
Your
what?
dog?
Sorry?
My dog phobia.
Oh, I didn't realize he gambled now.
She's also an alcoholic. She takes after me.
I like that dog poker picture.
No, she's very good at pool.
Oh.
Yeah, she'll jump up on the table and grab the cue ball and won't let it go until I say you win.
Well, then
It
that's
isn't
that's the way to win.
She
isn't that how you
swindled
play pool?
$10,000 from me.
I guess we should
Oh,
be asking what phobia does all day instead of what you do.
She
yeah.
kind of just
Phobia
heads
sta
out of the house by herself sometimes. I think she has keys.
you guys need like a separate episode devoted just to phobia.
I think so. I haven't seen my dog in a while either.
Well, I see phobia every day. This
I
is
see my
very off
phobias every
topic.
day too.
Yeah, anyway, so funnily enough, I guess it's not really funny, but going over some of the responses that we got over the for the survey form thingy. I don't even know what to call it anymore. Um so out of all of our responses, every single person, 100% said they knew what their zodiac sign was.
Interesting.
I feel like that's fairly common knowledge at this point in society, right? Like I feel like everyone knows what their signs are.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
a
because
Targaryen.
people get jewelry if they're I'm just gonna let gloss over that. People get like jewelry of their like birthstones and their birth signs and stuff all the time,
Right.
and
Are you
I feel
implying
like
I was
it's
stoned when I was
easier for them
birthed?
to know. Are you implying you weren't?
I was not, no.
Sterling just kind of appeared full formed.
Uh,
Faye seems to think I was made in a test tube.
I know.
So how about those
I
responses?
yeah, so um out of all of the responses, 83.3% of people said that they have not ever had their fortune told by a fortune teller before. So only 16.7% of people have had their fortune told before.
I feel like a lot of that comes down to the like stigma behind it. People think we're magic or like have dark magic or
Well,
cursed or
I
something.
also feel like it might also be accessibility as well.
That's
Depending
true.
on where you live, you might not have anyone around that technically does that.
That's true. I mean, my line is always open unless I'm sleeping or don't want to talk to people.
So it's conditionally open sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. But always open.
Let's see. So what I find interesting though is that we had only 16.7% said that they've had their fortune told, but 33.3% have had their tarot read before. Do you consider fortune telling and tarot reading different?
I do in a sense. Tarot has always been a little more generalized about your life and like about guidance for current situations. But there are also there's palm readings, tea leaf readings, there's all sorts of different readings out there that I would say are more fortune teller than anything else. Or I mean,
So
there's always crystal ball. I've never done crystal ball myself, but
so you're saying that they're related but not like the tell all for one or the other.
yeah, and I feel like I would say that palm reading is definitely different because it's like a different it doesn't necessarily go by constellations or by signs or astrology or anything. It's down to like the actual physical traits of your body.
Right.
And it's more of like a long-term kind of prediction as well.
Mhm.
What
Like
was the
like
original
the
question?
whole like lifelines and love lines and stuff for the palms. That stuff always confused me.
I've never been
Um
too into that myself either. Tarot just makes more sense.
well, because I feel like your hands can change very easily. Like,
I mean, you could get your hands cut off and then what are you gonna do?
can you read the bottoms of your feet?
Anyways,
I'm sure it exists. I think feet would be a bit harder because like your calluses cover
wait a
everything.
minute. If
Oh,
you
that's
were to read
true.
someone's feet, would that just be soul searching?
Well, this has been a really good podcast,
Yeah,
guys.
this was a great episode, guys. I think we did
I am
wonderful.
fucking hilarious.
We're definitely not gonna top that joke or go any
Right.
lower.
I think that's great. That is the good shit right there. Ha ha
Uh,
ha. Ha.
what was the
Good
question?
stuff.
I've
Uh
already
So
forgotten.
stoned.
um if tarot reading and fortune telling were the same thing.
Oh,
That's what
yes.
the that's what the question was.
The answer is to me, no. To some people, yes. It just kind of depends on how experienced you are with it.
Okay, that's fair. Let me see. So I did ask a couple of questions on the form. Um, the majority of people didn't really have any experiences or stories involving tarot, horoscopes, or anything occult or witchcraft related. But we did have a couple. We did have somebody who said um the only tarot readings they've ever had were the ones on TikTok. It's just the ones that just popped up real quick and said, "Yeah, this is what's happening in your life." And it said that their ex is coming back. Sad face, sad face. So, um, I know I wanted to ask you about that because I know I see those all the time. How do you feel about the generalized TikTok tarot readings and their accuracy?
Well, I wouldn't say that I personally believe that your ex is going to come back, just because of that. Um, I'm I have mixed feelings on what I like to call like corporatized astrology. I feel like the in-person element is more important than the actual reading itself. Because like you can stare at a phone, but there's not really any energy there. Most people, whenever they stare at their phone or scrolling through TikToks, are so
Right.
like vacant in their mind. They're not really thinking about any stuff like that. But whenever you're with a live person or at least talking about it over the phone, it's you're thinking about it, the energy is there, like you're focused on the moment.
You're involved.
Yeah,
You're
because
part of the process.
most people go to their phones to escape from their problems, not really think about them for tarot readings.
Right. That makes sense. Let me see. Oh. I had one guy, well, I don't know if it was a guy or not, actually. I don't remember who sent this to me. They said, I thought an ex put a spell on me once. Turns out it was just a bad shroom trip.
I mean, maybe she cursed you to have a bad shroom trip.
Maybe she did. Maybe she did. I mean, all cursing really has to be is just somebody thinking shit about you. So
Yeah. I've never
malicious
ascribed to
intent.
like magic curses. I mean, I think there was something to say, about what happened, hundreds of years ago, whenever people thought people were actually cursing them. But I feel like as far as today goes, there's more like bad energy you put out. Like
Yeah.
you can't curse someone to never fall in love or curse someone to live a sad life.
So
But
you're
you can
telling
put the
me
energy out to like,
there's no Madame Zeroni that needs to be carried up the hill, and
no,
if I
she's already
don't,
been carried up there. Didn't you watch the movie?
huh?
She already got carried up there. Didn't you watch the movie?
Well, yeah, no, what I'm saying though, but
What movie?
that's how the curse started though. Holes.
Oh, holes?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
when
right.
Madame Zeroni like cursed the family if they didn't bring her up to the top of the mountain to let her drink from the stream, and they didn't, and that's why the family was cursed for so many years, and then they fixed it and they broke the curse, and I'm
Directly
sorry.
because of
Spoiler.
We're talking about holes,
directly
like the movie where the
The movie.
juveniles were sent to dig holes in the desert, right?
in at
Yes.
prison, yeah. It's
Okay,
a
okay.
prison worse than most Mexican prisons.
I don't remember
Yeah.
anything about that plot. I just kind of vaguely remember the digging, the stolen shoes, and the onion scene.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
the
because
ending was
it's
wholesome too.
well, yeah, because the Zero is a descendant from Madame Zeroni. So when he carried Zero up the hill and gave him the onions and the water, that reversed the curse that she had put on the family.
No, yeah, it's directly because of that, because of Madame Zerona getting carried up the mountain that we no longer have curses.
Wait, was she the hot cowgirl?
No,
No,
that
No.
was
Who was that?
she was the old lady.
that was
Old women can be hot.
Kiss and Kate was the cowgirl.
Ah, that's right.
I guess she could have been
She was
hot
the
and a
one that was
cowgirl.
dating she was the one that was dating the guy who was like, I can fix that. And then he fixed everything, you know?
Ah, that's right.
I think you
That's
may
who
be
that
right
was.
though. I think Madame Zeroni was a hot cowgirl.
That movie's all over the place.
You know what? I would have watched that movie. We're gonna have to watch that movie.
Anyways,
I love that movie.
sorry.
Anyway, um, but yeah, so to take from that, guys, curses aren't real. There's just bad juju out there sometimes.
Just bad juju. I just think I think bad karma is a thing. I think you can I think the universe will come back to bite you if you're a shitty person.
I agree.
But I don't think
And if
there's like
not, I will.
people can't put curses on you.
Let's see. I did have one more response from that said, I have never had a negative experience when reading tarot or having my tarot read. Though I have had some really creepy things happen when communicating with spirits using a pendulum. So I kind of shy away from that these days.
Isn't that a band?
Yeah, that's another thing I want to stress is that tarot is not doesn't have anything to do with spirits. It's not like
That
voodoo
was going to be
magic or
my next
anything.
question for you was, a lot of people
Yeah.
tend to assume that tarot and stuff is reading spirits, which is, like the stuff that they stereotype with like New Orleans, right? Where it's the voodoo ladies and they do their crystal balls and have all these spirits come out, the seances, and like that's not what tarot is.
Basically, Ouija or seances don't really have anything to do with each other. Tarot is more I mean, they have spirits tied to the cards, but those are like the original spirits, like of the ideas that are behind the cards, as far as most people believe. But it's more, cosmic and universal.
Like the brownies.
Yes, exactly. Just a bunch of cosmic brownies on a deck. Um, while the people that do seances usually also do tarot, I feel like there's different kind of energies that go into that. Seances are more about love and connections, and tarot is more about your life and your ties to the universe, if that makes sense. I don't know if anything I say makes sense anymore.
No. It definitely does make sense for sure. Um, yeah, because I definitely feel like a lot of people assume that it's all anything occult means everything is related, and I feel like that's what they do is, oh well, tarot is horoscopes, and horoscopes is witchcraft, and witchcraft is the ghosts, and like they just it all gets associated into one big lump when there are
Yeah, they're
differences between each of them.
they're separate. Like you have to even learn them separately. Like someone who's done tarot and only tarot for years couldn't step in and go do a séance. There's reasons you have to learn like each practice and how to properly do it.
Right. Okay. So then yeah. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll have you explain how you go about your horoscopes. And then we'll go from the horoscopes into the tarot cards. You could do a reading for her, do some of the questions, and then I will ask the final any other questions you'd like to ask,
Yeah.
which is just the they said no, Ray's shit answer, which I will let you answer. Or shit question I'll let you answer. Um
And
and
anything we think about along the way.
yeah. So,
Any tangents I want to go
um,
off on.
of course. So, if you want to go ahead, explain how you go about your tarot, or I'm sorry, your horoscope business. How do you go deciding everyone's futures for the week?
Yeah, so I won't say I go outside every night and map the position of every single star in the sky, because that hasn't been done for who knows how long, centuries. I have little like apps on my phone that will tell me whenever stars are in certain positions that are relevant to like that certain time of day, star positions for signs, things like that. And using that, I will just write out like a narrative for what you can expect from your day. So, like if I see your sign is in a bad spot, or it's near another spot, I'll write something about how maybe later in the day you might start forgetting things or be forgetful.
Okay. So you're not just like sitting in a dark room with maybe a candle lit somewhere and channeling the spirits and shit. It's
Only for
actually
the
using stars.
only for the super special like holiday edition horoscopes.
Oh, gotcha.
Like for Christmas, I had to sit down and like channel the spirit of Christmas past and all that. Had to really Scrooge myself.
Okay, fair enough. Um, I guess my next question in regards to the horoscopes, um, do you ever get a little biased in any of your responses? Like, I'm really not liking Capricorns this week. Let's fuck them a little harder in the horoscope. Like, do you ever get petty like that, or do you try to keep it pure?
As much as I would love to be petty like that, me adding in an element like that, like my own personal biases against someone would just kind of ruin the horoscope. Because obviously, like, if I want you to have a bad week, the stars don't care. You're not going to have a bad week if they're going to say you have a good week.
Right. So, for anybody out there that was thinking that Faye is targeting them with her horoscopes, she's really not. It's the
No, I just
universe.
target you with I target you with the tarot.
There you
Just
go. It's
in
the
case.
it's the universe that's telling you to stop being a dumb bitch. It's not Faye. All right, let's get that clear.
I
I
feel
mean, I
like
Unless
will
she
harassed.
like.
physically tells you.
I was about to say I will tell you to stop being a dumb bitch, but that's separate.
I'm feeling
That is not
harassed.
horoscope related. I mean, has she told you to stop being a dumb bitch lately?
No, she's just upset whenever I answer the phone.
Every phone call with you is an adventure.
It is. I pride
It
myself
really
on
is,
that.
though.
You
I
could
mean, do
call
you
me and
hear the way that she answers the phone?
Wait. Okay, let's role play here. Sterling, I'm going to call you and you answer, okay?
okay.
Ring ring. Ring ring. Oh yeah, we gotta wait till 10 seconds in before you answer, sometimes 15. Ring ring. I'm
I
not
don't
just
think
gonna
she's
sit here
picking
and
up.
yeah. Actually, you know what? That is how a typical phone call with Sterling goes, to be
We're
fair.
sorry, but the person you're attempting to reach
Yeah,
has a
there it
voice
is.
message mailbox that isn't set up yet. Goodbye.
I love that.
I
It's
wanted
like
him
the
to
Irish goodbye, but on the phone.
I wanted to hear one of your, like,
Ring
monologues,
ring.
though.
Ring ring.
This is Fana.
Hey, I had a missed call from you. What's up?
You didn't do the thing.
What thing?
I'm hanging
I'm
up
very
now.
busy right now. Yeah, hang up. I'm very busy. Some
Mm,
people.
I'm trying to record a podcast right now,
Some
actually.
people.
I know. Absolutely fucking
I
rude.
thought
I
this would
don't.
be a fun bit, and it's just completely
You
gone
can't
off the
dictate
rails.
Sterling's life. I dictate my life.
So anyways, on to the next question.
So,
Oh, man.
how do you go about prepping for a tarot reading? What do you have to do before you can accurately do a tarot reading, should I say?
The most important thing is shuffling the deck up during each reading.
Mm-hmm.
What I like to do is have people, like, focus on what's worrying them, like, what kind of answers they're looking for as I'm, like, shuffling the deck. Um, because I just feel like it adds that little bit of extra energy to kinda tell the cards, "Hey, this is what we're looking for. Give us something, spot on."
Okay. So, in your time of having done tarot, um, I know there's multiple different readings you can do. I know, you have your daily draw. You can do the past, present, future. There are so many different forms and whatnot for a reading. What do you typically go with when you do your reading?
I will typically I do what it's like a modified 3-card spread is what I call
Okay.
it. Because typical 3-card spreads are past, present, and future. It's more often than not the reading that you're getting. Um,
Right.
I like to do what I call it's like a self-love career spread. So, your first step will be your self card, which describes, your current life, like maybe what you're worrying about right now, just on your personal life. And then your love card is obviously, your love card. It can also pertain to, like, friendships and family as well. It's basically any relationship
A
in your life.
relationship card.
Yeah.
Right.
And then your career card is pretty obvious. It's just anything pertaining to your work life or your aspirations.
So is it just work, or is it like work, money, financial, like all of that kind of together, or is it
Yeah,
strictly just
it's
like work?
basically just I don't know how to say other than your work life. It's like everything that goes beyond intrapersonal relationships, like your family and your friends, is kind of
Okay.
under your career card.
Okay. That makes sense then. Um, I guess my only other question is, do you think you're ready to do a reading?
Yeah, are we reading for Sterling?
We will read for
Huh?
Sterling.
What?
Yeah,
What?
Sterling, you're gonna get a free
You're getting
reading
a reading.
on
Oh,
air.
great. Great. Yeah.
All right. So we'll shuffle my deck up here. The first card I will have you draw is a self card. Let me get these fanned out here. And you just give me an idea, like between 1 and 12, where in
7.
there? 7. Okay. The 7 card you have pulled is your strength card.
I have
Anger?
I have fragile bones.
Well, this is kind of a lot of different strength. I feel like you're pretty tough mentally because you deal with so much every day. No, I'm saying, like, you've been toughened mentally because
God no.
okay. Well, you're not, like, in a catatonic mess on the side of the highway, so you're doing something okay.
Not yet.
Mhm.
Right, but the fact that there's a yet and it's not a reality.
So pertaining to different situations, I will write little blurbs for these cards just to kinda tell you,
Sure.
what's going on, what the card means in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
So, the strength card. Anger could raise its ugly little head today, but you have things under control. Don't engage if possible and tactfully deflect the worst of whatever misunderstanding caused the outbreak. If it's repressed anger, there may never be any loud or angry words. You can smooth any ruffled feathers simply by standing up and not being intimidated or rushed into any action or opinion. Be at your best today. So what this card tells me is that Sterling is very angry, which I think I could have deduced without the reading.
But
When
for
am I not
whatever
angry?
for.
But what the card is telling you is to not engage with that anger, even if it's repressed. Just
Fuck the
kind of,
card.
okay, well,
I'm
you've
gonna be
already failed.
I'm gonna be real angry.
All right, all right. So then that checks out as of right now. I mean, she might not agree with it or, it completely go against it, but I
That's
can
like
see
a
it.
that was like a life card though. Like her entire life is just angry.
Yeah.
I listen. I think Sterling's got a right for her life to be a little angry.
That's fair.
I mean,
So
things are
yeah,
good relationship wise.
sometimes the cards are very broad. Um, let's see what Sterling's love life has in store. I want to see what the cards have to say about your girlfriend.
That's
Only
what
good
I'm
things.
curious about as well.
So give me another number 1 to 12.
9.
9. Okay. The Temperance card. You need to have temperance because temperance is a card that symbolizes moderation. So if you've been indulging a bit too much in your love life, it's time to tone things down. You don't have to show a lot of charisma, wit, and sex appeal to prove that you have substance. Do what's necessary to obtain that elusive balance in your love life. No effort, no matter how small, goes unrewarded. This one also seems accurate.
I mean, from what I can tell, I feel that is correct. What do you think, Sterling? How are you feeling
It was
about
a lot
that?
of words all at once.
It's basically saying, like, slow down.
You're getting a lot of good stuff really quick, but you don't have to go that way. They will still be there and still want you if you slow down.
Well, that's good. Sorry, I was looking at the alcohol across the room.
It's
Oh,
okay.
Lord.
It's okay. But I can see that for her. So then what is her career
Yeah,
say? What does
let's
her
let's
work
see.
say?
Let's see how well you're doing at Weasel.
About to
Give
get
me a
fired.
number
1.
1 to 12. 1. Okay. Well, you drew the
One for
Hanged
now
Man.
one. Oh.
Not as
Oh.
bad as it seems, I promise.
No, I
Death
know, I
cards.
know, but
So that's I would actually want to say that's another misconception people have a lot is that if they draw the Death card or the Hanged Man's card or the Pinnacle card, like something
or
really
the
bad's going to
fool.
happen to them.
I heard the death
Yeah.
card's actually a pretty good one to pull.
Historically, the Death card just means a change is coming to your life. It very
Yeah.
rarely, if ever, will actually signify your death.
Right.
And anyone who tells you that a Death card means you're going to die is not, they've taken their tarot craft a little too far.
I wouldn't even say
But
craft at that point. It's just making a mockery of it. You
yeah,
didn't take the time to understand what it actually means.
they're getting a
You're
little
just
too
looking
in.
at the word and
They're trying to be like a Salem witch and not,
right.
Sabrina the Teenage.
Let's just
But
be edgy.
yes, the Hanged Man. Drawing this card can indicate a period when nothing much seems to be happening. It might even appear that your career progress or a job search has come to a halt, leaving you frazzled and bored. Try not to fight this, as the first stirrings of positive change will show up in their own time. You can't push the cosmos to accommodate your needs. Instead, you'll have to work on its timetable. Sterling.
Thoughts, Sterling?
I'm choosing violence.
See, because I'm sitting here after the discussions that we've had and stuff about with work and the media department and everything. I feel like it fits.
I'm choosing violence.
I feel like it actually is very accurate for what's
Sterling,
going on
Sterling,
in the
stop punching
moment.
the couch.
I'm choosing
So,
violence.
Sterling,
Where's that candle that caused my heart attack? I'm burning it at both ends again.
no, 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 no. None
Heart
of
attack
that.
2,
None of that.
electric boogaloo, let's go!
No, absolutely not.
I'm a witch, so
Uh,
I'll just bring you back from the dead. Apparently, that's how
ooh,
people
that's
seem to think it
true.
it works.
Necromancy, let's go.
Yeah, you know.
Um,
We're all for that.
so
Um,
let's do some yes no tarot for some of these questions, or just some
okay.
guidance tarot.
Let's
All
do
right.
it.
Let's see. So, do you want names? That just do knowing the names, knowing if
Um,
people ask, help with your readings at all, or
no, it's as long as their energy's in the right place for when they were asking these questions. It's probably better to keep it anonymous. So I
okay.
might not know some of them personally, anyways.
I can tell from the list that you will know some of them personally. So,
Nah,
I don't
it's
know if
let's
that
not air
will
their
affect.
dirty laundry.
Yeah. Okay. So, first question. Someone is just genuinely asking, am I on the right path in life?
That's a good generalized question. It doesn't like it may seem vague, but it works towards how vague tarot can be sometimes.
Mhm.
So I will try to think of how I can choose their number. I'm sure it'd be fine. I will just go sixes for all of them just to make it
I was
even.
gonna say, what if I told you like what number they are in the questions?
Yeah, that should work. Why
Or
not?
okay. Well, this one's number one.
All right. The world card says yes. The world card represents a completion of a larger cycle of time. You are one part of a much larger pattern, an ordering that originates outside yourself. You happen to be living through a very important juncture that will make clear your place in the divine plan. You will gain insight into the true nature of things and know your purpose in life. I would say, as far as an answer to that question goes, that's about as good as you're going to get.
I was gonna say that's like the perfect card for that question.
It's like reassurance.
Right. So basically, if you are like Sterling and that's a lot of words for you, uh, yes, it seems like you are on the right path in life.
The universe has good things in store for you.
Listen, the only reason it
So
was a lot of words is because I'm in a lot of pain.
that I understand. I understand. Some people are just not good with a lot of words, so it's okay.
I say many word when few word do trick.
Me, Grug,
Exactly.
think good idea.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay. Let's
next
see.
question.
So, um, is this woman I'm seeing now gonna be like my filthy cheating ex?
Okay, interesting question. I think we'll still go with a yes or no card for that. I could do a love card, but it might be a little too general for your tastes. So, what number were they?
4.
I was sort of like, you skipped a certain someone.
I gotta mix up the numbers so
True.
that
Well,
it's
the temperance card says no. The temperance card in its negative state here suggests that you have mistaken belief that things will naturally work out in the way that you think they will. You have failed to take daily, disciplined action to fulfill your goals. For this reason, you may experience a steady stream of setbacks if you keep on with this ideology. You must learn to align your beliefs and actions with your highest aspirations. Only then will your progress be easier.
So just
so
telling them to let go of the misconceptions of the past.
Yeah, don't
yeah.
don't don't set out to think that, your new love will be just like the old one.
Think positive
Because
things of your
when
new
you
love.
think, yeah, when you think that, that's when it's gonna happen. If you're gonna sit here and you're gonna keep questioning and demanding and oh, is he cheating on me? Are they cheating on me? Are they cheating on me? Probably. If you have to keep saying and asking and reinforcing the idea,
Yeah,
Amara, do you have anything to drink?
I do.
Me so
I
I
thirsty.
brought
do. I do.
I brought a bunch of bubble teas if you want one.
Anyone got food too? Me so thirsty and hungry.
Yes.
All right. You good? You fed up?
Yeah, I'm fed up. See you guys later.
All right. Okay, see you later. Let's
Okay, next time on
Two bitches, one
um
brain
it's been
cell.
really fun. I'm glad okay, bye.
Thanks for the
right.
food, losers.
All right. What's our next question?
Okay. Let's see. Where do I belong?
Where do I belong? I think for that we will do a self card.
What is this, High School
Okay.
Musical?
Right? That's
So,
how it feels.
what number were they?
Number 6.
All right, and remind me of the question again, just so I've got this.
Where do I belong?
Where do I belong?
Where do I belong? Okay. They've pulled the Empress card. Dress well, speak well, and spend time with people who normally might overlook you. Today, you have more authority and influence than usual. At work, your superiors will recognize your talents and capabilities. At home, you can be the ruler of all you survey, and your world will go unchallenged. Be gracious and make it all beautiful. Well, I feel like that's the card's way of saying you are right where you belong. Right now is your best
You're
spot.
you're
Enjoy the things you
already where you
have.
need to be.
Enjoy the things you have. Enjoy the people you know. I mean, obviously don't stagnate, but live your best life with what you got right now.
Whatever you're doing it right.
Exactly.
I love that.
That was a good
Um,
good answer.
what? I think you're pulling really good answers, honest. I think your cards are on it. Let's Will I be down bad?
Okay, will I be down bad?
Wonder who could have ever asked that.
Will I be down bad? What can I do with this one? I'm gonna do what I like to call a flirt tarot, which is like a modified love card, specifically
Okay.
pertaining to like having a crush or being down bad for someone. So
Or
what?
recently leaving someone.
No, that's more of a breakup
Oh,
tarot.
okay.
Um,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You okay over there, Amara?
Yeah, that's great. Lovely.
interesting. What number were they?
2.
2.
All right. The High Priestess. The High Priestess is about mystery and fascination. You've met someone who will find you intriguing, and you will be mesmerized by this captivating individual. Thus, this flirtation will have a mystical essence to it because you will feel physically connected to each other and attuned to each other's thoughts. Furthermore, you will have an intuitive understanding of each other's needs and moods. You'll be comfortable sharing secrets and your innermost feelings in this budding relationship, and you will feel a deep spiritual connection with each other that will lift up your spirits. So I would say yes, you are about to be very down bad for someone, is
Sucks
what
to
the card
suck.
is saying.
Damn. It do be like that though.
They
I say
do.
that sucks to suck, but I'm very down bad for my partner.
Well, yeah, but you're down bad for your partner.
Doesn't that make me up good though?
Yeah. Depending on the partner, I
Yes.
suppose. But in your situation,
Down good?
up good. You are up good. Um,
All right, what
let's
else we got? Anything?
ah. Um ooh, someone is asking for direction for their club.
Direction for their
More
club.
of a, like what should we be doing? Where should we be going?
Yeah, I think that falls under a career tarot if I've ever heard one.
I think. Yeah.
What number was that person?
5.
All right. So this person has pulled the Empress. You're adept at handling business matters with a natural understanding of how to amass wealth. This makes you a natural choice when it comes to running your own business or taking the first steps to getting that promotion. If you've chosen this card, it's a call to explore this side of yourself and put it on display. Showcase your management and other abilities, and you can't lose. I feel like that pertains to a club request. I'm assuming they mean like motorcycle club, and they're run an awful lot like a business.
Right, right. No, I think that makes sense.
I feel like it's saying just kind of put your foot down, move forward how you want to move forward.
Make your own path. Be
You
your
kn-
own person.
you know best what you want to see in your club.
I like that.
So trust your own instincts.
Okay. Final question that we have for the is who should I truly be avoiding for my own
Who should I be avoiding? That's
For my own, yeah.
an interesting one. Um, I don't know that I could tell them in particular who they should be avoiding, but I feel like I could do a love card to kind of tell them how their relationships are going and
Okay,
if they should, take a second look at some of their friend groups.
I say go for it.
All right. What number was their question?
They were number
Number 3, you said?
yes.
All right. So you have pulled the star. The star is one of the most positive cards of the tarot. It represents a great sign of hope and lets you know that everything you've gone through to this point, you've gone through for a reason. You're on the right path now, and romantic happiness will soon be yours. Romantic or friendship happiness. This one just happens to pertain to romances. You can count on your inner strength to guide you even whenever you feel as though you've lost your direction. So, if I had to put this into words for your situation, I would say that you've done a good job so far at picking your friends and deciding who you shouldn't be friends with or shouldn't hang out with. So just trust yourself on to know when to avoid someone or how to cut those people out of your life.
And just for clarity, this is also the same person who said that their ex was coming back via TikTok tarot. So I
Yeah,
don't know if
so
that changes anything that you say, but
I would say
I
that if
feel
I
like
remember
that
the
ex
reading
is
right,
probably not.
it's like trust your real feelings about someone. Don't let your worries overcome your instinct about them.
Don't let your
So if
irrationality control you.
right. If they feel like they're bad news, they're probably bad news. Doesn't matter
I
if you
mean,
love them or not.
it did say that they were on the path to romantic happiness, so I feel like that's a good answer for the last one as well. It's like
I like that.
you're with a good person. Don't think about your ex with them.
Mm-hmm.
Good answers all the way around.
I like to say the cards never lie. Even if they're wrong, they're not necessarily lying.
Right. Right. I like that. I did have now these aren't questions for tarot, but these are some questions that did pop. I think people thought these questions were also for the tarot, so some of these are relevant. Um,
Read them all. I'll answer them all.
one of them asked if they have a love life.
Asked if they have a love life. I feel like that one can be solved with tarot.
If you want to solve this with tarot, be my
Let's
guest.
see
Go
here.
right ahead. Do
I'm
I
just
have a
gonna
love life?
I'm gonna pull a card and just kind of give you a basis for what it's saying. Let me read real quick. The devil card seems to think that you're selfish when it comes to your love life, so you might want to watch out. Maybe even thinking a little bit too much about yourself in all this situation and not thinking enough about potential partners.
Mhm.
Interesting. Well, that was definitely something that could be answered through tarot. So,
Sure.
um, let's. This one says, since I'm in between jobs at the moment, I'd like to know what kind of career suits me best. I've been exploring my love options, so knowing who should I be seeking out for my dream love affair would be so helpful. So I say
Career.
do one or the other.
Yeah, I
Choose
think
each
we'll do the love one.
ingredient and get two.
They seem more
Uh,
interested in the love one anyways.
yeah. So who should I be seeking out for my dream love affair?
Let me see here. So the strength card seems to think. Remind me of the exact question again. I'm getting on so many tangents.
Who
Who
should
should
I
they be
be
looking
seeking
for?
out for my dream love affair?
It seems to think you want to seek out someone who is gentle and who can carry you through good times and bad, and that you just keep taking steps forward. Seems like it thinks meet them soon, hopefully. Look for someone who can take care of you around you, and you'll probably find them. Not necessarily sugar daddy style, I guess.
I was gonna say, get you a dommy mommy.
Find you someone who is gentle and will take care of you.
A dommy mommy.
There's
Vouch.
nothing. Okay,
Vouch.
that's gonna say there's nothing gentle, but
The mommy part is gentle sometimes.
that's fair.
Vouch.
Who are you vouching
Um,
for?
I'm vouching for my girlfriend.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm proud
let's
of it.
see. Am I ever going to be able to afford a house, or am I going to get accepted to my dream job?
All right, career card it is. Most of these can be answered by tarot, or yeah, by tarot cards. Um, you have pulled the Chariot card. So it seems to think that you've got a lot of potent forces in your life that you can harness, and that you'll be guided by instinct, but that it's not a bad thing. It'll help you navigate through tricky situations in perhaps a management position or being in charge of a major project. So I'd say that answers somewhat.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I can't really think
Um,
how to expand on that one.
right. I mean, sometimes you just can't. Um, there's only one more question, because the other was just a compliment of loving the show, which we appreciate very,
Thank you very much,
very
random viewer. And I love you, citizen.
This one is I really don't think you can answer this through tarot, but if you can, I will
Oh
give you
god,
500
this
bucks.
question.
Um, is 4 hours really too long for an erection, or is that just a good time?
As someone who frequently goes to pillbox for injuries, I don't know.
I will say, first off, not as a medical professional, but just as someone who's worried, you might want to go see the doctor for it. But it sounded like it could be answered with a yes or no tarot.
Oh god. Oh
All right,
no.
so read me the question again while I focus on the cards.
Is 4 hours really too
Or
long for an erection, or is that just a good time?
The Fool card says that yes, it is too long for an erection, and you should perhaps seek medical aid.
Wow, how convenient.
God damn. God damn. All right, well, let me just give you $500.
Thank you.
So I'm assuming this is where we wrap it up?
She has given me
Yeah.
$500. She has paid her debts to society.
She gets $500 for proving me wrong that she can answer an erection question with tarot. So we love that. I really think that does put the whore in horoscopes.
Anyways, Faye, is there anything you want to close off on?
Um, come see me. Give me a call. I do like tarot for anyone at any time. I really do just love doing it and talking to
Yeah.
people about it.
For all of those that were asking, I know I got quite a few calls, text questions about tarot and getting their stuff read and all that. Contact Faye. Faye is the person to go for about that. She will have advertisements going out occasionally. Worst case scenario, contact the Weasel horoscope lady and you'll be able to find
Yes, indeed. Hopefully someday I'll have a location to give you guys tarot at.
For now, I think that's all I have. Do you have anything else, Sterling?
No. No, I do not.
Thank you guys for having me.
No problem. Thank you for
No,
coming on the
thank you
show,
for
Faye.
coming out.
It's a lot of I hope this isn't the last episode.
It is. You
Oh,
fucked up.
definitely.
The,
Get the
the
hell out of my
horoscope
fucking sight.
No.
I've
the
been one of the
horoscope
two
lady came in
bitches.
here and she ruined it and it's broken and we'll never do it again.
Nope,
Exactly.
nope,
I
no,
have
you
been one
see,
of the two
because
bitches. Amara's the other bitch that's fucking my dad, and we are
uh,
signing off. Have a wonderful night. See you
no,
guys
but
next
hold on.
time. What do you
We
want?
do have one more quick little
Oh my
announcement.
fucking
Sterling is jumping up and
Bobby
down on the couch.
Brantley, Bobby Brantley did own up and he did do the song for us that we asked for during our Christmas episode. So I do want to announce that we will be bringing him on for the next episode. If not next one after all, we got to go through scheduling situations. So do be on the lookout for that. Go take a look at his song as well. He did the cover to "When You Look Me in the Eyes" by the Jonas Brothers.
That's
It
right,
is
ladies and
available
gentlemen.
in his usual streaming location. So
What a
please
smooth
take a look at
voice.
that. Look forward to seeing him on our next show. And now, Sterling, you can tell us to get the fuck out, and we'll stop.
Get the fuck out of my sight, and I'm looking forward to seeing our third host,
Absolutely.
Bobby Brantley, honorary bitch.
Maybe Bobby can be
Honorary
the brain.
bitch.
Honorary bitch, but he has brain cells.